This was two sisters, twins. The two of them developed a hearing loss that we call postlingual and progressive. It came on early in their lives, so when they were children, they started to develop some signs of this hearing loss.
When we were born, we of course have like a lot of tests for like our hearing, and like just as like regular babies are born, and they were all like negative. They all came out to be like, you guys can hear like perfectly well. But my mom kept insisting on our hearing loss until like we were 5, 6 years old. Like every single year she will go and take us like to keep making sure, because she was just not sure that we could hear. Like there was something that she was not completely sure about. Yeah.
We needed to be really loud to them. I learned to speak really loud. They started school and something was like on the learning process, they were struggling. One teacher told me that she was crying all the mornings. She didn't want to go, and she fell asleep on her seat, and everything was going bad. They told me she had some ADHD, about the paying attention, and that she had problems to do the commands of the first time. Normal things for a girl that couldn't hear, but I didn't know that.
We didn't really know until like 2 years ago when we moved here to Phoenix, like what was the root or like how it worked or anything. We just knew that we couldn't hear. So now we know that her hearing was like at this level, and it always stayed that way. It never like decreased or increased. And then for me, it was more as I kept like growing up, my hearing got worse.
I think every year I have like a new different hearing aids.
I think I only had one for like a couple of years, maybe from like 6 years old until 10 or 9, and then I had both.
With the hearing aids, it's just like a microphone. When you hear things, it's just like way to your ear, and you hear just the sounds.
There's like this background noise, there's the wind, there's the people talking, there's like the noise that the chairs make, and they're all like mashed up together.
Teenagers are not a common like age demographic. It's a group that we don't get to talk to very often, that a lot of times basically just fakes it until they make it. So they may have hearing loss, but they don't want their peers to know. So a lot of times we don't even know this is happening in those individuals, like as practitioners, until eventually they get so impaired by their hearing that they just can't go forward anymore.
When Renee got her first cochlear implant and started that therapy with Connie, then she started speaking English, because she knew English, but she didn't want to speak it. Her confidence changed a lot too. With the second one of Renee, she started having friends.
It's been very rewarding to watch them go through this process. Each of them has had a very different course despite having such a similar situation. We've watched them both progress tremendously. We've watched their scores and their ability, the way we rate their ability to hear with these cochlear implants just go up and up and up. And then getting to sit down with the two of them and hear their stories, like the process, the narrative that they've gone through, has just been amazing. I think the team has just been enraptured by watching them go through this. And not only do we render a treatment, but we get to watch a life unfold after it. And because of the nature of how cochlear implant technology works, we get to walk along with them on that journey, and we get to watch really almost every step of it.
In social settings, everybody always talks like, oh, I heard this person talking about this, but I never got to like hear anybody saying, unless it was to my face. But it's just kind of like, it makes me so excited to be outside. Like, I know what my friends have to say, and like what not like people that I don't know have to say too, because they're behind me and I can hear them. And it's just like, I don't know, it just makes it more, it's just so much enjoyable to be at school and not just, because I feel like school is not only like being in the classroom, but you also have to be outside and like socialize with people. And
I was also going upstairs and just doing my thing or homework because I didn't like talk to people that much. But now I'm enjoying it so much, like talking with people, laughing.
Because I know school's important, but you need to know how to interact with everyone around you so you can be someone. And that's what I think she did. She started being someone. She got her personality outside of our house.
I'm just really excited because it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be easier like mentally on myself.
The decision wasn't mine, it was them. They needed to decide it. And I think they got the best decision they could get.